Hey y'all, my name is Modiga20 and I'm going to be talking about how to get diamond on PC and PlayStation from what I've learned from switching over to PC and all my time on PlayStation. So I made a video about becoming diamond on PlayStation before and I kind of threw it together, and this time I wanted to actually think about every single thing and put certain categories and steps. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is aim. The second thing I'm going to be talking about is mental, okay? It's just all about your mind. The third is going to be mechanics. The fourth is becoming a clutch player, how to clutch, and tips and the thought process of clutching. Lastly, I'm going to talk about when things don't go your way, how to recover so you can be a consistent player. So at this point, I've been playing PC for about 4.5 months. I've never played really PC much at all, and I'm currently diamond, and I have a picture of my RB6 database. And I came from PlayStation, and then I'm going to put my RB6 database on that one too. And I switched because I wanted to, play PC. I wanted to play against supposedly the best people. The misconception that diamond players on PS4 are coppers on PC, that is a total crock, okay? From being high-level PlayStation and being medium to high-level on PC, I realized that the only difference between people who play on console and people who play on PC is that PC, you're mainly on monitors. Well, pretty much everyone's on monitors. You have faster frame rates, you got better hertz, so everything's in your favor. Your graphics are better, it's easier to see people. Your field of view is way better in my opinion. I like it 90, and 65 on PlayStation is way too close to me, or 60 or whatever it is. People tend to forget that you're not going to be a PC warrior, on your keyboard and mouse if you've been playing a controller all my life. I've been playing a controller forever, since I was 4. So switching to PC was very hard for me because I never really played mouse and keyboard games. So learning all the buttons and how to use the mouse, that is what makes the difference between you're not being able to perform at high level on either PC or consoles. Aim is so important, okay? If you have sick aim and you hit most of your shots and you win most of your gunfights, your team and you are going to perform a lot better, obviously, because you're not missing your shots. So what I do is I play aim training games for PC, okay? So I play Aim-tastic or Aim Trainer Pro. But I do a lot of aim training. Before I got these two things, I did 5 hours some days while I was listening to podcasts for my college classes, 5 hours of terrorist hunt, just playing, and getting my sensitivity down, even though I switched it, which is onto my next point. Never switch your sensitivity. I switched my PC sensitivity so many times. I've switched it like 20 different times. I switched it to Bolo sensitivity. I switched it to noted sensitivity. And I switched it finally to what I like. I play on PC 8883, 400 DPI. And that feels comfortable to me. And I haven't switched it for the last month, okay? So I'm getting more consistent on that. So when you find your sensitivity, do not switch it, but you need to find it. All right, so mental. It's just as important. Actually, it's more important than aim in my opinion, because if you get mentally tilted, you start doing stupid things like overextending, peeking too much. You're getting your head shot off all the time because you're angry. You're challenging people. You're throwing the round because you're jumping out of the building because you're mad because you got destroyed last round. So keeping mentally cool is one of the most important things to becoming diamond. You have to stay mentally positive when you're losing the rounds. You can't be toxic to your teammates. Once you start being toxic to your teammates and saying how bad they're playing, they're going to play worse, and it's going to create a bad atmosphere for your team. You have to be mentally strong and mentally happy for you to keep winning. Obviously, you can win in a mental state of not, if you're angry and stuff. But if you want to consistently win, you need to work on your mental. This is important. You need to work on your mind. Things you can do, a couple tactics and how you lean and stuff. So a quick lean is on PlayStation, it's leaning from right to left to right, right to left to left to right. So clicking your thumbsticks in. And PC, it's from whatever your left to right, right to left. Okay, that's how you quick lean. Okay, that's just simple. But then there's a more complex lean, okay? So how to do a fast lean is when you're either in a window or in a doorway, you walk out into the door a little bit and you lean at the same time, you shoot, and then you walk back and lean back the same way. So you just keep doing that. That's like a little fast lean. It's, people say it's good. I don't really use it anymore. I used to be pretty dang good at it because I wanted to do it and it looks nice in clips, but I started getting myself killed too many times because if you don't hit your shot when you're leaning, sometimes they can shoot your ghost, which is really annoying to me. What I usually do is I do the hard lean to a fast peak, which is you're leaning hard, like you're leaning left, and then you walk out, and then you shoot and you lean back, all right? So it's kind of like a fast peak, but it's less. You're not doing it like sporadically. You're not going left, right, left, right, left, right. You're just going hard, boom, shoot back. Another mechanic's called crouch bouncing. You can do this on PlayStation or PC. You know, you basically spam your crouch key up and down while walking and aiming in a gunfight. You just bounce, 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 bounce over and over and over again. And what it's trying to do is you're trying to not let them hit your headshot as easy. Drop shotting, I don't like it, so I'm not going to talk about it. I rarely drop shot, and the only time I drop shot is if if they're drop shotting a lot. All right, here's a part that is it's over time. The way to become a clutch player or clutching takes time. It's all about being in the scenario of a clutch. You can't just well, you can picture you being a clutch player. You know, like you're in a clutch moment, just positive thinking. That is true, but you need to keep being in that position to clutch to get used to being a clutch player and feeling what it feels like. So some people are naturally gifted at being clutch players, you know what I mean? Some people just have it in them, like they're good under pressure. I've always been like that because I played sports, so I've had to learn how to play under pressure as playing football and other stuff, which you don't care about because this is a gaming video. So, and then adrenaline. So your adrenaline's pumping. So when you're in a moment and you're trying to clutch, everything's moving a lot slower than it really is because what your adrenaline does, I'm not a scientist or anything, but what I remember, it gives you more frames in your eyes apparently, and it slows stuff down because your eyes see more frames per second because your adrenaline boosts your vision and your other senses. So it feels like everything's going slower, but it's really not. So what people tend to do when their adrenaline's high like that, and this is what makes them a bad clutch player, is that they start rushing around and panicking because they feel like they're playing slow and their senses are so high and everything's enhanced that they start running around and missing shots, and you know, on PC their aim starts getting a little shaky because they're, you know, too excited. Their adrenaline's too high. Same with on consoles. So you need to just calm down when your adrenaline's high because it's only going to help you, and you doing all the extra stuff and feel like you're playing too slow, it only hurts you. Staying calm is key, okay? What you got to do is stay calm. ADS common spots, that means aim down sights. ADS common spots like doorways, head level, you know, depending on how many people are alive. You have to figure out how many people are alive. You have to do this very fast while you're in the clutch moment. You know, if it's a 1v3, figure out how many people are alive. You got to remember your call outs, how many people were roaming, who's playing, is there a heavy, is there anchor, is there ACOG? When you're playing against Ella, you got to prepare for Ella Mines Legion. You got to check your health level, so to check for Capcom traps and Legion mines. You have to have all that tally in your head, and it just comes with practice. I know it sounds like a lot, but you have to know all that stuff if you want to be a consistently good clutch player. Okay, you have to keep your laser focus, all right? You can't break focus. You have to keep your focus on your shots hitting and everything else like I just said. Lastly, when you fail to clutch or you miss an easy kill, okay, do not beat yourself up. I do this, I don't do it as much anymore, but I used to do this all the time. When you miss because I do videos, obviously. So when I miss a cool clip, like I'm going to hit an ace like I did yesterday. I had to go for, and I missed the disgusting ace. It was disgusting. I was flicking on everybody. And right there, when you don't hit the clip and you get in your head mentally, it will ruin the rest of your game. But instead, you know, I'm getting better mentally. It didn't ruin the whole game. I ended up dropping, I think, 9-2 or something like that. So you cannot beat yourself up over failed mistakes or over having a donut or playing bad. You just got to keep your head up, your mental, you know, happiness. You have to keep it up because you can turn every round back. You know, if you're 0-5, you can hit an ace. You're 5-5. You're even. You know what I mean? You did your job that game. So keeping your mental health up is important. Do not beat yourself up. All right, just keep your spirits high, and that's how you can consistently perform at your best with your mental state being where it needs to be. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope this video wasn't too long, And I hope I gave you all of the tips and all of the thoughts that are here to make you the best player you can be. All right, so go frag out and have fun, man.
Paradise is a place that's far from home. And lately all I ever see is everything I've ever known. Paradise is a place that's far from home.